Hey everybody, today I wanted to give you a list of books that have great dysfunctional families in them. I know with the holidays coming up, some of you might feel like that would be a good thing to try and delve into. Sometimes an escape is a good thing. I know my husband, whenever he's frustrated at work, will watch Office Space. So sometimes reading about somebody else's dysfunctional family can make yours feel a little bit more normal. So that said, I actually don't think I own any of these on the list, but I can go ahead and give them to you anyway. So the first one is by Jonathan Tropper, and This Is Where I Leave You. It was made into a movie that was actually pretty good with Tina Fey in it, which was fun. And this book made me laugh so hard. It's about a family who the father figure dies, and they're Jewish, and so in the Jewish tradition, there's something called Shiva, I think is what how you pronounce it. Correct me if I'm incorrect. But basically, you sit down and you mourn the death for 7 days together. And I don't know. I've read a lot about different death practices this year. If you read "Smoke Gets in Your Eyes" by Caitlin Doughty, it was really good wake-up call to how different cultures deal with death, and I don't think we deal with it very well, honestly. But this book talks about how they are having to deal with their own issues because they have to sit together for 7 days, and they are not used to doing that because there's a lot of tension. There's, of course, that one sibling who's irresponsible and brought home a new girlfriend and no one knows what to do. There's, of course, the more responsible one that feels like they have all the burden. Anyway, This Is Where I Leave You is really fun. It made me laugh quite a bit. And it also made me think about sometimes just sitting with the hard discussions with people you love and growing closer. Also, the movie is pretty good if you want to check that out. The second book is The Nest by Cynthia Dupree Sweeney. And I know a lot of people have heard about this, but it was a really good one. I thought it follows 4 siblings who have been counting on this nest egg that they're going to get when they get older, and when they find out that in fact they are not going to be getting it because of the actions of one of the siblings, everything kind of goes crazy, and they're trying to figure out their own messes without this nest egg. They're trying to figure out their relationship to one another, and it's just a really cool book. So I enjoyed that one as well. The third one is, I think, perfect for book lovers, and it's called The Weird Sisters by Eleanor Brown. I read this a few years ago. I have not seen it on BookTube at all. And what I love about this book is each of the sisters, it's a Shakespeare-loving house. It's a book-loving house. They firmly believe in the power of the library card. And the parents have actually named each of the sisters after a really strong Shakespearean heroine. And they all, of course, have different ways of dealing with things. And they have to, again, figure out how to work out their differences because, life is hard sometimes. And I really, as their parents are getting older, they have to kind of figure out what to do. So the next one is, actually I do have, and it's The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry by Gabrielle, Zevin. And I know, Zevin, something like that. This one is not so much family per se. There is an adoptive relationship in it. And there is a dad who is trying to start dating, who is kind of awkward. He reminded me a lot of the man called Uwe, that the family man that wasn't meaning to be a family man necessarily, and he's kind of having to figure out how to do it as he goes along. So if you haven't heard of that one, it's also kind of fun, and it's another book-loving one. They're set in a bookstore that he owns, and so he talks a lot about how each person, you can tell a lot about from their favorite book. And I liked that little blip because it made me think about what do my favorite books say about me. The next one is by Liane Moriaty, and it's 3 Wishes. She writes great dysfunctional families. I also really enjoyed What Alice Forgot. It's probably my favorite one of hers. But 3 Wishes was also really fun, and it's 3 triplet sisters who They're just triplets. And they have their 30-something birthday, 31st, 32nd, and everything falls apart that year. And they have to negotiate failed dreams, failed marriages. They kind of, yes, there's secrets, of course, that have been kept, as are in all the dysfunctional families. And they have to kind of scramble to figure that out. And the last one I wanted to tell you about is The 100-Year House by Rebecca Makkai. And this was kind of different because it went back and forth in time a little bit. And there's this house that has been in the family for a very long time. And there's also a carriage house connected that one of the children is living at with his partner or wife. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember their relationship. But as they go through, they realize that there are secrets to this house. There's a little bit of an art mystery, which I enjoy a lot. And you find out about the grandparents that came to the house and how they got it. And I can't give away spoilers on this because it kept me guessing what in the world was going on until the end. But you, again, find out all the different secrets that have been kept in the family. So those are my list of really fun dysfunctional family reads. Again, I want to encourage you, if you have to deal with family that you don't know what to deal with this holiday season, try not to make the problem worse by calling names. Stick up for yourself, but do it in a kind way, and just enjoy your blessings. I know a lot of times dysfunctional families feel hard to deal with, but when it comes down to it, family's family, and we all got our problems, right? So enjoy the problems that you have. You might not have them forever. So talk to you later. Bye.